Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. It is good to see you. It is Nina back with you. I have the cards here. So today, quick update on what's been happening, where we're at, and what is going on. I labeled this one, what did I label it? Fires, 5-day fast mimicking diets, and fears. So in the past 5 days, today's day 6, so I've come off it. I did a 5-day fast mimicking diet, which I haven't done before. So that was really interesting to try out. Fast mimicking diet, if you haven't heard about it, is reducing your calorie intake to just 500 calories a day, which isn't a lot. And I stepped into doing it with a sense of experimentation and enthusiasm to kind of like see how it goes, and without having to be perfect with it, and without feeling that I have to follow through and complete it completely. So I thought, if after day 2, after day 3, it's not working for me, I'm going to allow myself to step out of it because it doesn't feel right. So every morning I would check in and I'd see how I'd be feeling. And if I felt all right with it, I'd continue, do the same thing throughout the day. And it was really interesting. I got through to yesterday without any hiccups. I do like my food, so I did. So it was going to be a big challenge. And there was a little bit of fear that came up with like, well, what is going to feel like if I feel hungry? What's going to come up? So that was kind of like the fast mimicking diet. Then yesterday we had a nice big fire on the farm, which also brings up a lot of fears. And you think, okay, like if I need to get out of my house, what are the things that I'm going to grab? How am I going to do this? And so luckily nothing too serious happened. It was just a little bit of a forest that burnt down. But all in all, luckily that there was water, luckily that there were people around who could help, and it didn't take too long for it to all get put under control. The other thing that is really important to realize is that when you know that it is a season for something to happen, to always be alert and aware that it could happen. And so that is a good reminder to us to just observe what season we're in, what is happening around in our environment, and just being attentive and attune in to the precautions that we need to take or should be making. All right, so that is all about fast mimicking diet, fires, and fears. And so let's see what our cards have in store for us this week. We take a nice deep breath in together and slowly out. And again, this card could be just for the next hour for you. It could be for the week. It could be for the day. And this is what we have got coming up. Nourishment. Nice one. That's a good one. It's really interesting. Coming up after my fast mimicking diet. I give my body healthy and nourishing food. I create situations that nourish my mind, body, and spirit on every level. And that's really interesting. I give my body healthy and nourishing food. So that's exactly what happens on the fast mimicking diet, is that every single food item I chose was super nutritive, super high density in either like protein or fat, or really long-lasting carbohydrate. And what you realize is that when you take in more of these type of foods, you actually don't feel hungry. It's when you eat a lot of the refined carbs, the sugars and things like that in your diet, that actually makes you feel more hungry. So when we start moving towards the more nutritious foods, we're actually deeply nourishing our system. So I give my body healthy and nourishing food. And often, I think this is a good reminder, when we come off maybe a cleanse or a detox, we kind of like want to be and go and have that chocolate cake or the cheesecake and go and have the things. And maybe this is also just a reminder to that's not necessary, that really tap in and notice and feel what it is your body is wanting and needing. So that's a good reminder for everyone. The other thing that I wanted to add in with this, actually, for anyone who struggles with PMS, because this is something that I've struggled with for years and years and years, cramps, back pain, headaches, is that I started it the day before my period, because I know that Mindy Peltz, she often says that if you're going to do fasting, do it in the first 10 days of your cycle. So I thought, well, if I start on the day before my cycle and then take it into the first 5 days, how will that be? It was unbelievable. No cramps, no back pain, no headaches. I did end up with heat stroke, but that was because I was in a car with no aircon on a super hot 30+ degree day on the Friday, and just didn't stay hydrated enough. But apart from that, it was really interesting to note how I didn't struggle with any period pains or problems. So if anyone is or in that position that I used to find myself in, reach out, let me know, and I can share what and how I did. So to continue with this one quickly before we end, this is going to be a long one this morning. I create situations that nourish my mind, body, and spirit on every level. And that's a nice thing, because I also decided for those 5 days, I'm just going to be quiet. I'm going to be at home, as much at home as I can. And that gave me a real chance to step deep into meditation, to be really quiet, to really feel what it is that my spirit wanted. So that is it from my side. I hope you get to spend the day, the week, the month nourishing yourself. Remember, I give my body healthy and nourishing food. I create situations that nourish my mind, body, and spirit on every level. And if anyone wants to have a bit more information on how and what I did with the FMD, let me know, and I will be happy to share that with you. Sending you so much love from my heart to yours. Namaste.